to the north. So I said, well, U.S. should be, they say it's in the north, so it should be next to the mountain. I mean, not a mountain, it's next to the hill should be United States. So I was looking for the same direction, right to the north. Well, now was to exactly right there immediately. But as a kid, you think it's right there, right? Next. So this is this is not a river, it's a brook, I don't know how do you call, but this is where we drinking water. And I mean, we say we're taking shower, but it's not the shower, just we playing around right there. And we drink the water with like I said, the pee of the cows or anything. I mean, because in that time we don't have anything, right? But then this is when we went to the 2016, and this is in the Pacific Ocean, and we have an exciting time right there, and spend with my mom, my sister, and other kids that we took to over there. We slept right there on the edge of the beach, and it was amazing. This duplex is right here, and was in Irving. Before that, I went to car business. And I remember the time we have one car, one Isuzu Rodeo 1994. It's all that we have. And I think my wife was driving the car. So I have borrowed another car, old car, Nissan. The tire was so slippery. I mean, literally worn out, and you can see the ears through you can see the ears in the tires, right? Because it's nothing else. And I have an accident. I drive in the car with my two kids, was little at the time, and the I-12 head to the Tori, the car did this one. And thanks God nobody hit me, but it was so, scary, that situation. Because the back tire doesn't work anymore, nothing. And it's rained a little bit, it's so dangerous. That's why, when the people say, oh, this money is not important. Well, when you have no tire, you need money. Because with no money, you can buy a tire. It's part of your safety. It's right there in the tire. You have to have good tires. Now, thanks to God, thanks to Ambit Energy, you can put $800, $1,000 in entire set of tire on your vehicle because you can do it, right? Right. And I was driving my daughter. I think she was maybe 3 or 4 years. And I was driving through Illinois, and we passed by a Browns. And then my daughter was in the middle of the car seat, and I was driving, just hearing me, and she said, "Dad, I want a ice cream." And I said, "My love, I don't have it. I don't have money. I don't have cash money." And she told me, "Let me see the wallet." And I give her the wallet, and I give her the wallet. And then she told me, "But you have a card." I said, "My wife, but my love, the car doesn't have anything." I was zero. And you feel bad when you don't have a $1, $1.50 to buy ice cream to your kid. That's a bad situation, right? So that I have to get off of this situation. That's I'm talking about maybe 2003, 2004. And this is how do we have when I started in the car business. So a year later that I started in the car business. And by the end of 2009, I was working for Toyota dealership. And we had to do the routine phone call right there. And then I did I called one of my customers. His name is Genaro Aguillon. I told him, "This is Ray Perez," and just calling to see if everything's okay with your car that you bought from me 1 year ago, or if you're able to buy another one. Or you are able to refer someone else to me. The question that he did to me, and then in the middle of the conversation, he said this question to me: "What electricity company do you have?" And then I told him, "Well, I have TXU." And then he said, how much do you pay per kilowatt? I said, "I don't know," because I didn't know anything. So the key here is, the first message of this is, you have to do questions. You have to do questions. Not necessarily have to be the same question, but you have to do questions, right? What electricity company do you have? Would you like to save some money on your electricity bill? Do you have an extra, like Doug said, would you like, you're open to make some extra money? Are you building, are you building a plan B? The people want to say, what mean plan B? And then whatever you can tell, whatever, but just do the question, because imagine if Genaro doesn't do that question to me, what's going to happen? to me, or what's going to happen to him if he don't do that question? If he prejudge on me, oh, I don't think he work in the car business, he should do good. And that time I was broke in that time, very broke. Because the car business always up and down, up and down. I mean, it's nothing security. I mean, you a straight commission. I mean, you don't make anything hourly, nothing. So, and then next day he showed up, he showed me a little bit. I get back home, I told my wife, one customer told me about this one, we're gonna do this business. And I told her I just need you borrow your credit card from you. Because it was $429 that time, and I don't have money at that time. So I put the credit card, my wife's credit card, and boom, let's do it. I didn't believe it, the electricity company. To me, every electricity company were the same. I mean, they say they're going to save money. By the end of the day, the customer never save money. That's what I thought for every company. So I put every company in the same place. Let me see if I can say this story about this lady. This was a old lady. She has very bad experience with men, and she said, you remember? She said that the men are like the payphone. Do you remember the old days when the payphones in the road, right, in the sidewalk? And then she said, the men are like payphones, and when no one is good. When you need one and you're looking for one, no one is good, and when you find one good, it's busy. Somebody's taking and use it. So I was putting all companies in the same place, right? But they say, I want to try to see what happened. I want to try to see what changed my mind is when I received my first $300. I put my bills and another one, and Genaro helped me with another one. And I received my first bill. I said, wow, this is real. $300. It was triple one on the time. And then I received my first bill also, and I saved $75 in that time. And then I did the math for 12 months. I mean, it's $900, and I did for 2 months. And I did the math for 2 years, 4 years, 8 years, 16 years, 32 years. I said, wow, this is a lot of money. I'm in. I'm going to start. And then I started to learn a little bit more about the company. And then I remember when I went to see my prospect. I got the magazine, but I didn't know how to use it. I didn't know anything. So I went to see my first prospect, and then I just told him I just started this company. And then he asked me this question: how the compensation plan, Ambit compensation plan versus other companies' compensation plan? What is the difference? I said, well, I don't know anything because I just started, but let me call Genaro, because he told me about this one. I mean, he can answer your question. So I didn't know that I was doing the part of the system, but nobody told me to do it. I mean, just emergency. I say, okay, I call Genaro. Genaro talked to him. Long story short, I came to my house with all information for the prospect, with the name, address, the Social Security, and the card for the payment for the $429. So I get my first consultant. What I mean is action. You get action. You don't have to know everything exactly, perfectly. I mean, too much analysis equals paralysis. You have to action. You don't wait to know everything to start. Don't wait to know everything to be good. You have to be good. You have to start to be good, right? So, and then, so that's John Maxwell said, don't wait to start. Don't wait to be good to start. Just start to be good, right? So action, no matter, I mean, you're not going to be perfect. You practice and practice and practice. You know, when we're trying to learn English, and you don't know how to put together the whole sentence together, and you're trying to say the cats fell in the water and drowned. So you don't know how to say it together. You say in this way, the cat cataplung in the water and no more meow meow. And everybody understand, right? Before to be great, I mean, this is Ronnie Kirkland, right? Let me see if I can say it the right way. Before to be great, you have to be good. Before to be good, you have to be bad. And before to be bad, you have to try. And before to try, you have to be hungry. That's I edit. And before to be hungry, you have to be alive. Right? Right? Because it's Thank you, thank you, thank you. So, I started Ambit Energy, and then not everything was, beautiful. I mean, we had to pay the price. Let me see. I went to, the first ambition, it was in the hotel 2010, and then I went to, first time in American Airlines 2011. I was the last one and the highest, right? And the last one in 2011. And the last row, right, in the American Airlines. And then, guess what? The next ambition, 2010, I was in the VIP area as executive. Because in that time, it took me seven months to become a regional consultant. I'm not a fast track regional consultant. And then maybe, 7 months also to becoming a senior consultant. And then from 0 to executive consultant, 2.5 years. May 2012, executive consultant. And then I was trying to work into getting people, the right people. That's very important to go to ambition, because I heard one of the things from Steve Thompson. He said, this business work with the right people. I said, wow, that's interesting. It's very important to know that, because before then, if you don't know that, you're going to be struggling with many people, which not the right people. So that's why it's very important to know that this business now is not for everybody. But when you don't know, you want everybody to do it, right? You want everybody to do it, your family members, especially your family members, your friends, your brother. And they don't care. They don't want to do it. They don't see any success from you, and they don't want to join. Oh, by the way, someone said,